Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is L Rock, executive producer of Legendary Dope Show. We are about to get this thing started. We got motherfucker CMALO in the building. You know, he be gigging and shit. You know how it go down when he's in the building. You know how it go down when he's in the building. But we're gonna get this thing started real quick. Give us just a second, let niggas load in. Go ahead and share, like, subscribe. You know, Elisha wants you to do that shit, so do it. She fine as hell in here too, with her titties popping out today. Y'all ain't seen her yet, but when you see her, ooh, I can't wait for you to see her. Stay tuned, motherfuckers. I'm back. Welcome to the Legendary Dope Show. It is I, L Rock, executive producer. We got C Malo in the building. But first, I have to introduce her, y'all. Yeah, she in here looking like a sexy chocolate maid today. I'm going to tell you this right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Legendary Dope Show with the beautiful, the lovely, the amazing, out of this motherfucking world. Ooh, we got, damn, here she go, Elisha Michelle.
Listen, that is an intro. Okay, thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. Thank you, L Rock. You always hype me up.
You know,
Period.
I got you.
Today is very special. I'm trying to make sure I'm like double doing two things at one time. We have a very special guest in the building today. Okay, C Malo.
Come on.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit how I found you. I was scrolling in the wee hours of the night, and you came across my page. You had a whole bunch of mutuals, and you're a whole vibe. You
Come
was
on.
the dance videos. You're tapped in with a lot of celebrities, and you're working with a
Yeah.
lot of people out here. So this is an absolute honor to have you. So thank
Appreciate
you for
you.
coming, and we're going to get to know him. We're going to learn about his journey, what's next, and what is your like what has fueled this passion to like create such great vibes and like share. Like dance is like that universal thing that like everybody can really mess with. So it's like you're creating something so great.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna get to know you a little bit more.
Mm.
Where are you from?
All right. So originally from California, Glendora, California.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was born in L.A. Hospital, L.A. County Hospital.
Okay.
Listen, man. So that's why, like, when we're explaining, I'm just so West Coast, like, because I feel like California, Washington, like they both with me, like they both part one and part two of me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So grew up in Glendora, California. My parents, they from Africa. They from Zimbabwe.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I'm you know what
I
I mean?
knew it. I was like, I'm waiting for this nigga got to be African or
You know what I'm
something. Yeah.
saying? That's how I got all that energy, I don't know. Like in the weddings, like when I was young, when we was in the weddings, like we had to dance like in the wedding. Like someone getting married, like everyone that was part of it, groomsmen, whatever the case may be, we all had to get down,
Yeah.
So it was Soul Train line before I even knew what a Soul Train line
He was
was.
like, I was in that thing,
you know what I
though.
mean? So it was real. And then like growing up in Glendora, it was kind of tough because coming from Africa, coming from a different continent country is one animal, but going
Right.
from there to California with all the
Right.
politics and it was just a lot when I was young. So before I stayed in California until I was like probably 10 years old,
Okay.
and then I moved to Washington
Okay.
because they seen with the neighborhood just how it was, even how the kids were being brought up. They're being brought up to be very violent, volatile, and just it was a lot of shit at a young age that my parents didn't want, like when I was growing up, to be instilled into me. So that's why we moved when I was 10.
That's dope. At least you just saw the issue and they're like, let's go somewhere different because I mean that matters. Your environment definitely matters. So you've been dancing from the beginning since before you even knew about Soul Train lines.
Yeah.
Why did you kind of just stick with it?
I think it puts me in a good space, a good mental space. I feel like when I do dance and stuff, I feel like I'm literally creating something that can bring joy back to the world. And I feel like when you bring more smiles to the world, I feel like it just comes back to you in a good positive way. When you got stuff going on, it's like it's like you want to always make sure, like when you're getting older, as you're getting older, that you're making pivotal moves to embrace yourself of who you are as a person. So I feel like me, when I'm doing stuff, like when I'm dancing when I'm communicating with people, when I'm going traveling, when I'm just raising the spirits. I feel like that was like my job as a person when I grow up. Listen, this is my field, this is my career path.
Yeah.
So I feel like making people put a smile on people's faces, turning up all that stuff. I feel like that's my lane. It makes people feel good. Doesn't matter what they got going on. It's kind of like when people like go to comedy shows or
Yeah.
like when people just go on TikTok, whatever. They look to laugh. They could be
Yeah.
going through a whole bunch of shit, past due rent. They could be going through, school's going hard, some shit going on with their friends, like, that they want to ignore that to be able to kind of, put themselves in a happy place. So
Yeah.
I feel like I put people in a happy place
You
when
do.
I do content.
Dancing
Yeah,
is universal. So I feel like that's just like people are gonna want to do the dances everywhere. Is there a particular? Do you have like any kind of like background of music or dance? Like, did you like go to school for dance or anything like that, or just kind of like it's all just?
No, so that's the thing about my journey. So really, when I was in high school, I started. I actually didn't start going out till like probably when I was a junior, like going out, like because like in African families, they want you to stay in, they want you to
Oh.
stay with them. They don't want you to do anything really, mostly outside unless they all together, whatever the case may be. So
Valid.
my parents at first was against me going out to the club.
Okay.
So like even though like I was dancing at the weddings and stuff like
Yeah.
that, that's totally different than grinding on females. You know what I'm saying? Like or you know what I'm saying? Like listen, it was different than like you going up and being in an environment to where like people are just like it's just a different side of life that my parents weren't used to. So I think for the most part it was when I went to the club for the first time, I was in high school, but it was like when I was a junior, and school was kind of just like I wanted to have I wanted to have like another like side to my life that I didn't see before, that people were telling me about in high school. So I was in school with people and they're talking about, oh, like let's go to this party, let's go to this,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what a party was. I didn't know what liquor was. I didn't know what none of these terms or none of that was. But like when my friend told me, hey, let's go to this spot, blah, 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 blah. It was a friend that I went to school with for a couple of years that I was cool with. And he told me, hey, you need to start popping out and doing this, and that. Like, and I was like, what are you talking about? So he took me downtown to this spot. It was called Club X back in the day.
Okay.
Club X back in the day. So y'all gonna know if, you know what I'm saying? But like back in the day, I pulled up, and it was like some bad females in there, you know what I'm saying? Like but the line was so huge. It was like 100, 200 people. I'm like, is this like a concert or something? You going in there, there's like girls shaking ass as soon as, like when you go to the counter to pay to get in, there was girls shaking ass on, I don't even know if can I cuss?
You can cuss on here.
Oh shit, okay, that's why I'm kind of like too. My bad, y'all. Okay, I could really get my bag. Okay, boom. So yeah, there's like bitches shaking ass on niggas, and there was like the music was uppity, right? The music was uppity, and then I was realizing like this type of beat was like a West Coast beat. It was like faster, It wasn't because like us, we did grow up on per se fast beats, but it was like irregular because it was African music. So it was like bongos, drums, it was like instruments like that, So when I'm listening to this music, then I'm listening, I'm seeing, observing what the people are doing to the music. I'm like, oh shit, okay, it gets a little crazy in here. Like we talking about niggas ain't talking, they just girls is coming up, grinding on them. They walking in, they go to the bathroom, they come out. There's a girl that just literally like back in the day, girls letting y'all know. Yeah, a lot of y'all
dance with me.
Yeah, they don't know how it goes now, but back then it was
I remember those days.
Yeah, she would throw you around, like she would throw you around, put you on that wall.
Oh my goodness.
Right? And so it was crazy because boom, right? And I'm gonna tell you the family tree of like the people that were gigging as well as I'm explaining this. But when I was in there, I was just like, damn, like people are having fun, but like motherfuckers getting sweaty, but the music is loud, and you got like there's back in the day at the parties, because it was so hot, like there'd be like a whole bunch of guys with like towels over their neck.
Yeah.
Right? Waving themselves off, throwing it on the bitch too, like doing crazy shit, right? So boom. So I say all that to say this, right? It was just a lot going on at once. And I was like, I like this feeling of just like, cause when I was at the crib, my parents stuff like that, obviously I learned how to do household things. Like when you grow up in an African family, like you learn how to pull the weeds in the backyard. You learn how to take out the trash. You learn how to mop the floors. You learn a little bit of cooking too, because you don't, it's like if you have like a wife, or you have a home, or like a girlfriend, whatever the case may be, you guys are living in the same place, like you still want to learn at least a little bit from your other half. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of what I was doing then. But then when I would go out to the clubs and shit like that, to the parties, whatever the case may be, I learned that people just like to really get down, and like it's not really talking, it's just movement. I was like, damn. So then when I was back then, when I was just like observing it, right? Because there was one generation before me, right, that was doing the Seattle gigs before me, but just one generation before.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Dev. He be in Paris and shit.
Nice.
Yeah, doing the bougie shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's artistic and stuff. But it was really a thing in Seattle to be basically better than your partner that you were dancing with. Like, so if a girl was twerking on you, you wasn't, as a man, as a guy in Seattle, like Seattle nigga, like you wasn't just like sitting there like this. If you
one upper.
to have gigs, you kind of had to, you had to, like, while she was twerking on you, you had to do some sort of movement, something creative, like tell a story,
Yeah.
right? So Seattle gigs is really just telling a story with your, arms, whatever, legs, whatever. You want people to kind of see what like they want you to paint a picture,
Yeah.
So I know I kind of probably over answered that question, but
okay.
but just to kind of there's more to the story, right? At first I was like, man, I don't like how like a girl just grabbed me and I'm not doing nothing, and then she just walks away. Like, oh, she walk away. The reason why she walked away was because I wasn't gigging.
Oh.
So the thing about it is, if you don't gig, like, then the girls, like back in the day out here, they would just walk away, go on to the next till they see you was a nigga with gigs. And then if you was a nigga with gigs, you was getting bombarded. Sometimes it was 2 on 3. I mean 1 on 2, 1 on 3, because the girls know, oh, that nigga got gigs. They would do the switch. One girl start twerking, switch up. Next girl, they would switch on you. Yeah,
it goes down in the dance world.
Yeah, it's a lot. So just to kind of summarize that, because I know you have some follow-up questions, that it was just that back then Seattle gigs was really just about either breaking the bitch off, the bitch breaking you off, basically.
Okay.
Right? So that's kind of the intro to that.
So in California, was it like that as well when you first went to the high school party? Was it like they were doing a rendition of this dance?
So back then when it came just to partying, girls were grinding on niggas, whatever, breaking off, whatever. But in other places, it was just like niggas kind of just more like kind of flexing, like, yeah, I got her on me. They might do the 2-hand right here on the booty, gripping it, but they wasn't doing too much behind it. Seattle was the only place where we were doing more. Like, we were jumping over bitches, going under bitches, like, we were crazy. Like, it was. But see, in other states, it was kind of more like, everybody that partied, it was girl on guy. It was just that, you know what I mean? If a girl was feeling you, before a word was even said, an action was done. So
there's like a whole science behind it.
Yeah. So when I was, yeah, no, it's great. But listen, when I moved when I was 10, I didn't get to that point of going out yet. I had already moved out to Washington. So by the time I went back to California to visit, the first couple of times it was with my family. So I wasn't on that type of time, but I was older. I'd already went to the club in Seattle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then when I went to California, after that, I was just at that time, like when I started going back to California after my parents, it was probably like my first or second year into doing content in 2016, 2017. You
started doing content that early?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So 2016, 2017, that's when I started taking content seriously. 2015, I had a viral video on Facebook. My first video I ever did.
What, viral?
My very first video I ever did. 4 million views. Okay, Facebook. And we talking about, you gotta understand what was going on Facebook in 2015, 2016. Really, back then it was like more of a like college type. It was like networking, but it was on that level of like, scholars or like, people went to school to connect. So when they seen some shit like that, it broke the internet because it was a skit,
Yeah.
right? But I think people were still understanding what a skit was, which is kind of like WWE, like, it's acting,
Yeah.
case may be. So when they see a nigga go in a mall and randomly break a bitch in the mall, we
did.
talking about Tacoma Mall too. Yeah, Tacoma. I got bad history out here. But listen, in Tacoma Mall, I'm over here breaking a bitch. And mind you, everything else, people, oh shit. Man. One sec, y'all. Let's go through the rent. Mind you, back then it was like, people, well, not back then, but even now, like when you do a skit, like, and you do it in a public place, people don't know what the fuck is going on
Right.
unless they're in on it. So you
Right.
got there was people like walking out of the stores, not knowing what the fuck was going on, recording and shit like that. And, I'm not gonna lie, before I even did that video, because this is my first social media video, anything social media. The homie, shout out to my guy Shane P. the Mogul. My homie had to like convince me, hey bro, go in there, you gonna be cool. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, man, this is Hollywood. Blah, blah, blah. He was already so much into doing content. It's like trying to convince somebody who's never done to do it. It's like it wasn't easy. So, but when I went in there and did it, hit 4 million views. I was getting all the hate messages and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
because
People
I
are
know,
always mad about something.
like, how dare you do that?
Oh
You
my
was
gosh,
randomly
so
just-
offended. People are enjoying dancing.
But yeah, anyway, that was and then that year, I'll go more into like as you ask more questions, but that first year I kind of learned how to like respond to comments, how to not respond to comments. You know what I'm saying? So because that's a big part of doing content. You got to have a tough skin.
Can we double back for a second?
Yeah.
I got a question about like because you come from an African culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has this affected like how other African cats that are from Africa come here? They look at you differently, like, man, what's up, bro? You didn't kind of, because to me,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I've met other African brothers. You know what I'm saying? You seem like a nigga from Washington.
Right. Yeah. Well, the thing was me being like born in California. I mean, technically, if you want to say I have a Glendora, California accent, I think the accent is the first big thing because I don't have like an African accent. So
But
the already
you can hear it a little bit though.
Really? Can
You have a dialect.
Yeah.
You can tell that you're
Really?
African.
Okay. Okay, for sure. But see, a lot of the Africans that like the ones that come out here, I'm gonna say this. I feel like, okay, boom. Seattle kind of created that culture already of dancing, breaking females off, case may be, content, whatever. Like they was already doing that. The Africans was already doing what I was doing too back then because of the culture that Seattle made it for everybody, right? So they don't like people, especially African. They don't look at me crazy. And then also you gotta understand with Africans, dancing is a big part of the events they throw. It's a big part of their culture. So they're not gonna really. I know for here they're not gonna really side eye it as much.
Yeah.
Because Africans get active too. They be breaking the females
Yeah,
off.
no, for sure.
I think this one African owner, he used to own this hookah lounge. I think he owns stage now. So
Okay.
when you go in there, it's just motherfuckers dancing.
Yeah.
But back then, everybody was on that type of time of like, hey, go find you a little girl, a little joint, black, Mexican, whatever. If you was in that vicinity of going to Club X or any of the clubs I went to back in the day, everyone was trying to get active. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like a point like, oh, he's not really like, he don't really uphold the. And also you gotta understand with Africans too is different countries with different rules. Like just because we all African doesn't mean we abide by the same rules either.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever done any kind of dance content from like African dances?
No, and so here's the thing, right? Like in my videos, like I have like when I've done like certain videos like with other people that do like African content, I have a couple videos like that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say this like straight up, my lane is more of like turn up party content, and really if you want to break it, like if I want to break it down, Seattle gigs really came from like partying, like dancing while partying on a female or female on a nigga. That's kind of the core basis of what we do. And then obviously with the word gigs, right? Gigs, that actually came from California.
Oh, okay.
So when people say like the word gigs, that's why we call it Seattle gigs because it's like our own version.
Okay.
But Seattle gigs, like gigs in general, is like dancing, grooving, case may be, right? So.
See, because Auntie kind of old, and I heard it. I see the dances. I couldn't keep up. That wasn't me in the club. I was the one who watched and I was proud and I was with the camera and I was like, oh, this is so fun. But so I have never really knew the difference. I know that we kind of have this signature dance here in this region, right? But I wasn't really sure like how it originated or that there's even a difference that, it originated in California and then we made it into our own thing. What are the is there any kind of like physical difference between the dances between California and Seattle?
Yeah, so okay, boom, right? California and Seattle kind of had this thing to where like California feels like they share some of the stuff we do, but they really don't. And I'm gonna just say this. This is the reason why, right? Because our dancing was based off what we was doing when the girl was on us. So we're not gonna like, for example, I'm just throwing out a dance move, but we're not gonna like do the robot on a. We're not gonna do that while girls grinding on us,
Right.
right? So I call it like we have to be very like environmental, right? So if we see there's some sort of ledge where we can jump off, where we can jump over the bitch, that's environmental. If we see a pole, right, we want her to get on that pole, we're going to not throw her, but we're going to grab her, put her on the pole real quick and break her, get a little, listen, we're environmental, but again, like I said with Seattle gigs, it's really us telling a story. So with California, they have like certain dances, like when they be doing that crump and all that stuff, right? That's like built off of kind of like that's more kind of dance battle-ish,
Yeah.
right? So our stuff isn't really necessarily dance battle-ish, right? But it's like we painting a picture. Like if we want to act like when a bitch is breaking us or we breaking them, whatever, we want to write some shit on the paper, we'll do that while the bitch is, like but we're not
So I
gonna.
post out a piece of paper while I dance with a girl, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah,
Like
like
what?
writing on a notepad or something like that, right? So the reason why people don't understand it is because people don't understand that when we back in the day, but like everybody when it comes to like the USA and American stuff like that, right? Whenever there was a party or something going on and it was a girl and a guy, usually the guy was chilling, maybe throwing his hood up real quick while the girl was breaking her, maybe grabbing her a certain way, like you mine, you know that? That's what they was doing. So when they see us like, oh, he's jumping over the bitch, he's running laps around the bitch, like you doing too much. Just let the girl shake her ass and just. So that's why people didn't understand it. But yeah, they be trying to act like, but I just tell them that's the major difference. Like we wasn't, y'all was dancing obviously, but like see California, it's a lot, right? So SoCal, that's like all the gang banging, right? You got the blood, the crip, all that stuff, right? They was doing they hood dance, they gangster, you know what I'm saying? But they wasn't necessarily doing that on a female. That's just what they coach. That's where they come from, right?
Yeah.
Our stuff is just based on kind of like when we turn up, like what's the first thing we want to think of, like when a girl's breaking on us, and we kind of freestyle whatever's in our mind. We want people to see that and picture it while we're doing it, and that's what kind of makes it Seattle gigs.
Okay.
So
When it comes to the content, you got a lot of followers on Instagram. You've been doing
Yeah.
your thing, and you're really out here. You're traveling a lot, and you're rubbing elbows with the. I seen you with Blueface. I seen you making videos with Krishan. I seen Funny Marco.
yeah.
And do we have any of those videos? Did you send any of those in? We'll take a little video break real fast.
I know I sent the one YG Tyga when I was in their music video. It's called Platinum. Came out a year and a half ago. But the one Funny Mark I didn't send you. So if you want me to send it, if you want. Well, you can play that one actually first if you want to do the culture one first, because that's a culture. Oh, but you want the dancing stuff,
It
right?
don't matter. We'll get to it. We'll get to it all.
Okay, so boom. So when I did this video, actually, you want to just go ahead and just play with the sound first, then I'll explain it. That way, kind of, yeah. Make it more sense. Yeah. But yeah. I just try to send you guys some stuff where I just felt like it provided moments where I felt like I had accomplished something. You can even do it. I mean, the sound it kind of provides the picture if you play with the sound.
Yeah, the sound is
Oh, okay.
probably like
Okay,
it
my
or
bad,
something.
newbie. I'm a
No, you're
newbie.
good.
Shit, but yeah, but but yeah,
I don't think they'll be able to hear you with the there's
yeah, so boom. So, backstory on this. So I'm still really cool, like, the Bay Area dancers. So the same people that was in the Kendrick Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl, some of them were actually part of this video as well. I'd actually worked with them before. I've done videos with the Bay in the past. They had reached out to me. And they told me about the opportunity about, hey, YG and Tiger. So that's why it's very important to not really burn bridges, especially with people that just have given you opportunities that it would be harder to get in your own state. You want to make sure that you stay cool with them.
yeah.
But yeah, they hit me up and they just told me. And YG, I grew up on YG music. Like I remember when he first went to Club X and he still had the red Chucks and Tooted and Booted still came out. Like when
Yeah.
it first came out,
Yeah.
So my thing was when I was in that video, it was really accomplishing because everyone else was doing Bay Area dancing. We was in the Bay, West Oakland, one of the toughest parts of Oakland to be in. It was crazy. But listen, it was a monumental experience because when I went and did my Seattle gigs over in Oakland, it kind of like brought a whole new light and fan base to me as well, and also the way that Tyga and YG was reacting to it as well.
Yeah.
It was like it was just like it was dope because I always liked the whole West Coast, like Washington, California unity. So whenever I can, even though I was born from California, I feel like for me I have duality because I go out to California a lot too. But I always like stuff where we could bring people together and people can learn. Okay, you come from here, you be in Seattle, you doing your Seattle shit in California where they're more prideful for a reason, right? They got a lot going on. They have a lot of big culture. So that was a big moment. And yeah, I just liked how I performed in that video. Like I just was ready for the moment.
Yeah.
So
Who have you worked with? Like some honorable mentions, some one of your biggest, um, happiest accomplishments.
I've worked with my biggest one is Blueface, and it's multiple times. So I worked with him in okay, so okay, boom. So he found out about me because we danced to Tatiana when it first came out. Bust Down Tatiana. We went to UW, University of Washington.
Nice. I'm a UW girly. Period.
You know what I'm saying? And back in the day, West Coast music was still on the come up because Hit Them Folks music was big back then. Like there was all the Hit Them Folks dance and stuff like that. So we did some of that, and then I told the people I said, what if we do something like some deal like this West Coast song? I got this song. People kind of like looking at me like, what you got? Like they were just second guessing it. So I played it, and I was like, all right, They just started like fucking with it more because I told them like, listen, this song's gonna go up. This was before Tatiana really went up. When it first came out, was going crazy. UW, I do my part, everyone else does their part, and that shit hit like 200,000 views on
Nice.
YouTube in a month and a half.
Wow.
It hit 10K's first week, but then after that, it just started to skyrocket. And then people just DMing me. And then when we posted on Instagram, we tagged Blueface and he reposted it on his page, not just his story. So when he did that, we got hell a lot of more fans, right? Hell a lot of more fans from his people, West Coast people, the kids be right. And then his next song after that, his big song was Bleed It.
Okay.
When we danced to Bleed It, I actually did that in Tacoma, by the Tacoma Dome. It was late night, whatever case may be. I did it with my other homies. We got posted by this guy named Reggie Coos. He like reposts people. He does content himself, comedy content. We got a whole bunch of followers from there. So just to let you know the timeline of that, Blueface, I was only at like 600 something followers before then. After Blueface reposted it, I was at like 1,800 followers.
Nice.
Right? And then the Bleed It one, I don't know why it went so crazy after Reggie Coos reposted it. But I went from 1,800 to like 6,000 followers.
Nice.
After that. So with Blueface, after he reposted us first time, the second time Reggie Coos reposted us on his other song. The third time was Go Viral. I did that at the schools. I did that at Stadium High School in Tacoma. So, that's when I was doing my school tour, all the different high schools and shit like that. That one went viral. He seen it. He posted it on his page again, and then his management reached out to us, and then we did the Go Viral music video with him in it. And ever since then, like whenever like he has little things going on, and I got my team people will go out, pull up, turn up and shit like that. And really they like a family. So it's whatever they on that we can pull up to, we gonna pull up to it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Mozzie as well. Mozzie, he was shooting a video with Raz Simone, shout out Raz Simone,
Yeah,
Town
Raz.
Business and shit. We went on tour with Mozzie for like over like a week and some chains.
Wow.
Whatever case may be. So we really bonded. And then I was like, damn, we got a dancer here. Like he don't know about it, you know. I was like, hey, bro, like I really want to show you this dance, and I was really good at marketing back then because I was like, I already listened to Mozzie, so I danced to one of his songs, so he would already be locked in, and he was fucking with it. So I worked with Mozzie a couple times, performed at some of his shows with him, certain songs, stuff like that, pop in, pop out type shit.
Nice.
Blueface, Mozzie, and BJ, the do that Uno, Dos, the Tracy, the Quattro. I've worked with him on a couple music videos as well, and other various people. Like even when celebrities that I see, when I like respect them, I'll try to make content if I can. That's how the Funny Marco shit happened
Yeah.
too.
And so I've seen you did you travel a lot.
Yeah.
Do you purposely go to like places like there's going to be like a big turnout of people, and then you do the street interviews? Is it just kind of like you just seen Funny Marco like, hey, you want to do an interview real fast, and that's literally how it happened?
That was and that was okay.
Let's
Listen, y'all. That was my first ever street interview.
Were you nervous?
Hell yeah. In the video, I feel like in the video people could tell, but the thing was like, it was like, no, you know what? I'm already gotten this far into it of doing it. I might as well just post it and let motherfuckers know, like, I'll really mold in where I mold, or blend in when I blend, where I can blend in,
Yeah.
And I feel like when I see an opportunity, and it's just anything, like when I see opportunity, I'm gonna take it,
And that's so nice that he, like was cool with it, because sometimes I feel like people will not be cool with it.
Yeah, so that's kind of when I was doing interviews back then, it was kind of like I was kind of just getting through my questions, but I didn't really learn about like satire and like uh adding little comedic points to the interview, because I think that's the most important part of interviews. Obviously, shock value is gonna happen. Sometimes shock value comes from the person you're interviewing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just comes from the way you just word questions, because you already know it's gonna have people say like, "The hell you just asked me?" Like,
Yeah, shock. I'm the shock value around this motherfucker.
He definitely is. Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, so I feel like us just like come from the culture that we come from, just if you want to call it Black American, whatever, Black African American, whatever. Like we love when people turn up our energy, the blood pressure at times. It's like you ask me something that could kind of almost get me on the edge a little bit, but I know it's coming from a place where you just wants to really express ourselves, push ourselves, creativity, right? And comedy. So I feel like with Funny Marco, it was a real learning experience that like, when you see somebody that anybody, right? Whether he's a comedian or not, or just some sort of figure, you got to bring your own value to what they got going on, because they already have a hell of a lot of value.
Yeah.
And make their day too, not just you, like them making your day because there was a big influencer, or whatever case may be.
For sure. If you could interview anyone tomorrow, who would it be? Like, who is your creme de la creme?
Shit. I mean, I feel like it's.
You can give me 3.
It's West. Yeah, it would be like West Coast. Probably Kendrick.
Okay.
Because I just like the way his thought process. Kendrick. I want to interview Blue, even though I've been around him. Like I want to like actually have an interview with him, because I like the way he thinks too. Yeah. Even though people be like, oh, he be doing the most stuff, but he's really good with marketing.
Oh yeah, you can tell
what he does. I know it's gonna sound biased and shit. Mozzie too.
Yeah.
Because he's African too.
Yeah.
He's African too. So I feel like this is creativity and just his mindset. I'm trying to think of anyone else on just like the other side. Damn, Snoop is on the West.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see who on the East Coast. Yeah, no, I mean that'd be my list for now. I mean, because in the East Coast, there's people I like listening to, but I'm not sure.
Okay. And when it comes to Seattle gigs, who in the region you think is fucking with you? Give me 3.
Oh, y'all crazy. Y'all
Give me
crazy.
3.
Me. Come on now. You know, hey, look at myself in the reflection about 4 times.
Period.
Pick. Left angle, right angle, front angle, back angle on me. Oh shit. Fuck with me. Shout out to Shadid. He's actually one of the guys. So there's different eras in Seattle gigs.
Okay.
But of his era, he was really that. Shout out to Shadid. Devlin, obviously. Devlin is like he's like big bro when it comes to this, like for me. So he's the guy who actually created it.
Okay.
I was the one that basically after that I basically took on what he had going on, and Damon, my guy, the homie, Damon Giggs, flat top, kid and play, you know,
Really
like
the whole embodiment of it.
yeah, but because back then, like it was really like when we was gigging, it was a big jerk movement. So he
Yeah.
was doing all the jerk stuff and the flips and all that type of shit. Like he's my guy. Like he's the only other person I feel like, okay, boom. Shout out to my guy K God too. He got gigs. The song you was playing,
Yeah.
he got gigs too. He be going crazy.
Yeah.
And we're about to collab some more, do some more Dougie videos and shit like that. So I feel like it's K God, Shadid, Devlin, and Damon. It got to be 4.
Nice.
Like them 4 is like, yeah.
Okay. Do you do tutorials if someone wanted to learn how to gig like the Seattle folks?
Yeah, no, I did some tutorials back in the day on my page, like, but I can always do more. I can teach anytime. I can teach now. I can do whatever. You know? But yeah.
And you have mentioned that you're a big party goer and you used to throw parties as well.
Yeah, so I used to throw parties a lot of people. I threw an event with Lily, Miami Fling.
Period. I have a meeting with her after this.
Yeah. I've done collabs with Papa Black before too.
Shout out Papa Black.
LOTP. That was one of the other groups. So I started a group called GIIB. It was Get It In Boys.
Okay.
So we had GIIB and then GIG, which is Get It In Girls, who was just all one. And I was pulling people from all over the place. So it was like I had like at one point 40 members, Tacoma, Des Moines, Skyway, everyone, you know what I'm saying?
I love that.
So I had that. So back then when I was doing a lot of that, then I was throwing events with Club X, Club Fusion by myself, but then I started throwing events with LOTP, which they don't do stuff anymore like that. I'm trying to think of who else. It was I threw events with like certain venues and places like Night Owl before it was called Night Owl. I was throwing events over there too. Real Art Tacoma, Freight House Tacoma. As far as the people that were actually like the head of throwing events, it wasn't really a lot. Like the people I kind of mentioned, like Lily, Enrique Lopez, he was part of LOTP. He was throwing events. Papa Black, 14K. I threw one event with them back in the day. Well, I was like an affiliate part of it, but a lot of the people that throw events now, I'm about to start throwing stuff with Joshua too. Joshua, where you been?
Okay.
Pretty soon. But yeah, I'm about to start throwing events again. And then shout out to my guy. He owns Sarajevo now.
Okay.
Sam, shout out to my guy. He owns it. So I'm about to start probably doing stuff over there. But I would say 75 to 80% of the events I threw just by myself. And then the other ones, it was collabs with other people and stuff like that. So.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
34.
Yeah.
And still able to move and groove like you can.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. You also have a book on your Instagram for like showing people how to sports bet. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. So when I went into sports betting, at first it was like, you don't know what you're doing, so you're just losing. But that makes you want to get cold. So it was like the CMALO, the ebook, the book, it basically teaches you how to sports bet correctly.
Okay.
And how to just not get greedy with it, and because me, I like to bet a certain amount and save some. Some people they'll go all in, and some people will teach going all in. But if you don't know exactly what you're doing 100, and in your mind, you're gonna be losing your all in like a high amount of the time, and you don't want to do that. When you look at numbers and stuff like that, when you look at numbers in sports, it's very delicate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the book, it basically teaches you how to bet smart what percentages, right? The hit rate percentages, what players are usually going to be mostly trending, and I basically kind of break all that down. And
Wow.
and the cheat sheet, which is different than the book, the cheat sheet basically it tells people what players this year are trending to bet on and what stat at minimum to bet on for you to have like safe bets, because you want to have safe bets so you know, okay, I'm putting money into something where he hits this stat 90% of the time to 100% of the time, because that stuff is, you want to build. When you do safe bets, you want to build, you're building your money.
Okay.
When you do parlays, it's lotto. It's a
Oh.
risk.
See, that's what I would be interested in, a parlay. That seems like you just pick some numbers, right?
If you could see your face looking at you,
Because he
listen to a
started
nigga
talking
talk
numbers,
about money.
and I was like,
I said, "Oh, this nigga talk about money," and she's smiling. That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
I'm over here like trying to keep up, because what is like almost you talking a different language. I'm like, the parlays, that's what I know about. The betting averages, not so much. How do I make 100 million tomorrow? That's what I need to know.
Oh yeah, how to make 100 million tomorrow? It's a whole lot of prayer, first of all.
He said, keep God first.
A whole lot of prayer, meditation, and I'll be honest. When it comes to sports betting, if you hear someone said they made 100 million, they probably bet a certain amount of million to make the 100 million. So you gotta having the capital is what's gonna help you make the 100 million. So like you have to okay, for me, if I was like, damn, I'm doing a 100 million bet, I would probably put 10 million in, because you would have to already have 10 million. Yeah. To make a smart bet. Because if you want to
Does
do,
anybody want to put up on it or something? We can just start. If we all work together,
yeah,
we can bubble, guys. Listen, hear
if
me
you're
out.
talking, because if you're talking about like, okay, boom, I got $5, I'm trying to turn that motherfucker
That's
into
me.
it. Okay, yeah,
That's me.
okay. That slip
And
is
I
gonna,
better not lose my 5. Not bad, and I hate everybody.
well,
See,
that
I can't
fucking
just-
slip is gonna be 100 legs. It's gonna be probably more than that. And then to be honest, these sports betting books won't even let you do a certain amount of legs over. So some will only let you do like 30 legs. So that means, okay, damn, if it only lets me do 30 legs, then you gotta do the math. Like I probably gotta put half a million to some if I can only put up to 30 legs, right?
Are you good at math?
I'm all right.
Sounds like it.
It sounds like
Yeah,
he,
yeah,
sounds
I'm
like
his
he's real
African
good at
mama
math.
and daddy whooped his
Yeah,
ass, and you got
yeah.
A in math.
Yeah, because the thing about it is like, and I'll break it down so some of you guys be like, okay, so where's he going with this? So like, and let's just start with $5. If you want to turn $5 to 100, let's just say that's where it's at. Then you probably have to have at least 4 to 5 legs.
Okay.
So
She don't even know. She don't even know what a leg is,
then-
bro. She don't. She think about another dick.
That-
She like, not 5 legs. Ooh.
Yeah, she's doing an extracurricular. Yeah, okay.
Don't listen to him. He's evil.
That's the demon in your head right there.
But anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys are nuts. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
I don't see no sage in this motherfucker.
Right, we need some for L.
Crazy.
He has his book in his bio, so make sure that you guys follow him and then go check it out. If I'm going to learn, I would definitely learn from you. Clearly, sound like you know your stuff. Also, if you guys are watching the show, the best way to support the Legendary Dope Show is to share the feed. Just share it to a friend, share it to your feed. Just it's free to support us here. We're not asking for too much. And also, I would like to talk about our official sponsors. Let me see if I can get this right. Shout out to Zawadi Vodka. You guys know that I have the partnership with them, guys. This is a wonderful vodka. It is Black owned. It is gluten free. It is locally made. It is smoother than butter, baby. And it is distilled with sugar cane, so it's nice and sweet. It don't got that super alcohol-y, rubbing alcohol taste. It's real smooth. You can get this anywhere. ZawadiVodka.com. If you guys are local, you can hit me up because I am official distributor and I can get it to you as well. ZawadiVodka.com. And we have you here, and I'm so excited. We've been covering a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, but I feel like it's needed.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of people who reach out to you who want to do content with you? How do you? Because that's what I did.
Yeah.
And you're here.
I
People
get
don't tell me no very often though.
I get bombarded, and I feel like it's more
I get bombarded.
and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's more about just the direction. Like if I
Yeah.
don't like the direction of what it is, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But like how to kind of sift through that is something where I feel like at my level where I'm in my career is progressing what I'm doing. Now, obviously, for the essential part of fundamentals of getting to know somebody, you do got to go backwards and tell people where but when it comes to kind of the direction it wants to go to, if I feel like it's not come from a place of like beneficial, and it's not even just necessarily about the money, right? For me, it's just more about the direction where it's going. That's kind of how I pick. But yeah, I get hit up, brand deals. I got something going on with Expedia right now. Like
Nice.
so
Ooh.
Expedia Travel, like I have an affiliate link to where like I'll send you like places where I go to and you get like 10% off and stuff like that,
Nice.
whatever percent off. So Expedia, I'm doing stuff with them. Also like TikTok is probably if you guys are like wanting to do content and you guys want to get motivated to do it more, start doing content on TikTok and start seeing, even if a video hits like 8,000, 10,000 views, you hitting that consistently, you're gonna have these companies from like other places, other countries hit you
Yeah.
up and be like, hey, I want you to brand our soap, or I'm not brand, market our soap, market our clothing, jackets, all types of stuff, workout stuff. I get hit up about literally everything. Like when you go on Amazon and just shit's just on the front page. Like do I even need that shit? Like
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna be getting in your TikTok, but you're gonna be getting samples of it sent to you.
Nice. Free game.
So my thing is with TikTok, people like, oh, like I see somebody, and I'll be honest, and it's gonna shock a lot of people, but a lot of people that have 500,000 views, 600,000 followers, 500,000 followers, they still broke
Yeah.
because they don't know how to market
Yeah.
what
The
they got.
followers don't really mean. It's
Market.
more about the engagement, right?
Yeah, it's about the engagement, it's about the relationships, it's about negotiations. If you can't negotiate because you're not relatable to people, or you're not understanding of what people are requesting for you to do, because people, when they come to you, they see something that you do and they see something in it with what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be workable, and everyone's gonna say this, right? You got to be consistent, but you got to be strategic.
Mm.
Because if I do 100 videos in a week, but them bitches ain't hitting, was that strategic?
No.
Was that consistent?
Nope.
No, it was consistent.
I mean, it is consistent.
But it was consistently unstrategic, right?
True.
So my thing is, right? Like you notice some people, social media content creators, their last post maybe was 2 months, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But every time they post, that bitch it hits,
Yeah.
right? It's because they understand how it works, how hashtags works, how marketing works, and all that stuff. So when people, just to kind of wrap up and answer the question, when people are reaching out to you and doing to do content for them, it's because you've cracked the code somehow, and you're making content that uplifts them, and it
Yeah.
goes with their mission statement of what they're promoting.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like I said, you fell right into my timeline. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. And I was on your page for quite some time and I loved all the content. And I was like, wow, this is really dope. And I was like, and he's from around here, so this is attainable. Let me see if I can try to get you on the show. And
Yeah, no, appreciate
I
that.
was talking to you a little bit about Legendary AF and kind of what it's about and how I'm going to do a tribute to dance this time. So while I try to get him on the air so there's no take backsies, but he's going to help me. He's going to help me out.
Hey
help me
man,
out.
it's etched in stone. It's history. I can't walk away from this.
He's gonna
Yeah, I
help me
can't
out.
run from
I
this
got to
one.
utilize all my resources.
Yeah, calendar. Listen, my calendar be buzzing with notifications. So as soon as I put it on there,
Period.
yeah.
If you could have any brand deal in the world, if they were to call you, you get the email. Well, who would it be? What brand?
Oh,
Manifested.
now I have one in my head, but I'm just trying to see if I can dig a little deeper because I want what's that brand that makes the t-shirts? They're gonna kill you for this. But the gosh, I can't think of their name right now. But I mean Nike, of course. I feel like everyone would want to work with
Nike's a big one on the show.
with
Yeah.
Nike. Yeah, I can't think of this, but basically, y'all know, man, the white t-shirt brand. People putting them things, man. It's but anyways, like something's like active wear, something active. I feel like obviously Nike would be perfect because if I'm dancing,
Yeah.
doing cardio, humping and I mean, but hey, listen, hold on, y'all ain't got it. Oh my god,
You heard what you said.
Man, what?
Hey, they said they wanted to go viral, man. Clip farmers. But anyways, listen, no matter what activity I'm doing, I'm crying. No matter what activity I'm doing, I want it to be something active, you know.
Wait. You be humping with your shoes on?
What?
Wait, hold on.
L, please.
Hold on, that. I don't even know how to answer that.
You do?
No, what are you talking about shoes for?
No.
The Nikes.
Nike is clothing.
No, because he's trying to like. We're not gonna make that connection. He a slick little. He on his DJ Vlad shit. Oh my god, oh my god. Hold on. But
do people really help? I mean, I guess.
Man, motherfucker want to fuck, they gonna fuck.
Oh, he does.
No, I'm just saying because you saying like humping
with the shoes on.
Listen, shit, there's
What
some
kind
stories.
of
There's
shoes?
some stories.
Nikes, nigga.
Come
What you
on, come
mean?
on.
Kind of Nikes.
Man,
Air Force
I got
Ones.
man.
The black ones or the white
the-
ones?
But it gotta be
Nike
the
Tech
black. It
sweats-
gotta be.
with the
It gotta
Nike
be
Tech
the
sweats
demon
around the
joints, dog. It gotta be the demon. It gotta be the all black. You know what I'm saying? All black.
What?
Listen, we gotta be discreet.
Oh my goodness, that's a hot ass mess.
Man, yeah. On that side of life, I got some crazy man.
I'm the black forces.
If y'all don't know, and listen, this is crazy. I appreciate y'all have been watching since the beginning of this interview. If y'all know, just damn, this personality is all. I'm a Libra, so
Okay.
that's why my personality is just. It's balanced. Like, you know, I'll give you a little bit of
No,
everything.
it's not. That's okay. We don't tell lies on
What?
the Legendary Dope Show. There's nothing balanced about a Libra.
What?
You guys are all like, it's never
What?
balanced. It's
Wait,
always like this.
She got some
toppled
Libra hate in her right now.
Yeah,
She cut
what-
that shit short. She was like,
Wait.
nah.
It's like way down here, and the other one's way up here, and then the scale is broken. No, I'm joking. Kind of.
No, she not. She didn't tell that to a nigga before,
I am
man.
triggered. Okay, no, you're all right.
What's
with me.
your what's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, okay. Come on, man. We gonna be on the same team.
See,
Like, what?
right? I get along with Libras perfectly fine. You guys are
Damn.
unhinged motherfuckers.
Come on.
Like me. So
Come on, we
it
air
always-
signs.
It always works out. Yeah.
So, no, for sure. But yeah, no, I think yeah, Nike for sure. I don't know about Jordan. I mean, I guess they're all under the same umbrella. But yeah, I would say that's the number one.
Okay.
So,
If you couldn't dance anymore, what would you want to do in your life?
probably teach people sports betting, how to make money.
Okay.
And here's the thing, like with me, like whenever, no matter what field I've been into, I've always wanted to give value to the people. Not just, oh, you guys watch me do what I do. If I'm doing something, I want you guys to take something back.
Yeah.
Smiling, learning how to do whatever dance is, learning how to network with people and get it done, right? When I'm interviewing people, when I'm going out, when I'm even doing like the slang stuff, like telling people the slang, I'm literally connected with people that have experienced, you know, what I'm showing on the screen in certain facets. But I just know with dancing, it would be number one. Like, I guess if I wasn't doing dancing, helping people make money. Because in Seattle, you know what I'm saying, rent, you know,
Yeah.
2,000 for one bedroom, you know, they try to make it like Cali out here, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like that out here. So I feel like people will scroll, but then people be like, damn, man, my bills still ain't paid like that. Why am I just scrolling and I'm not going on LinkedIn and updating stuff to my resume? Why am I not applying for, you know? So that's why when people go on my page, some people will DM me, say they made money off of the free plays, because I post 1 to 2 free plays a day on my story
Oh, okay.
for free. But I also have a Winnable account. So Winnable, if y'all don't know, it's winnable.com. So www.winable.com/Malo Sports. That's where you're going to get all my picks, my crazy picks, my demon picks. If you want to turn 5 to 1,000 or what would you say, a couple to 10, 100 million.
I
Listen,
need 100 million.
I
tomorrow.
do my more riskier bets on my Winnable but that one that's a subscription. You know, $9.99 a week. You know, you'll get every pick that I do. When I wake up and say I'm pick, you'll get a notification to your phone. And you'll be good, you know. But the free plays will just be like 1 to 2. But I know some of y'all be like, no, I'm really trying to stack my bets. So
a career in sports betting.
yeah,
Okay, I love that.
hell yeah.
Now, if it comes to the biggest arena
Mm-hmm.
You're headlining. This is like a big deal. Where would it be? You're dancing for thousands upon thousands, almost 100,000 people.
Wherever the Super Bowl at.
The Super Bowl. You would love to dance for the Super Bowl. Oh, that would be
What?
tight.
So like last year, Kendrick, they did the whole West Coast California thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done it before, like, but I think that one year they did it, like Eminem was in there, even though he's from Detroit. But it was like Snoop Dogg, The Game. I'm talking about like the first one I seen, Snoop Dogg, The Game. They were just bringing Kendrick in. They had some, some
Yeah.
dancers. Last year was a lot of dancers I knew that
Yeah.
was in there.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to my guy Young Phil, Sayus, Bay Area. Got to pull back up. Every time I pull to the Bay Area, it's straight fun bullshit. When I mean fun bullshit, I'm talking about smoking, drinking, turn it up, where the party at, let's make content. We just down for whatever,
Yeah.
So I think wherever the Super Bowl's at, because that's gonna be where it comes to the ratings, like the highest ratings, like of the shows in the year that's televised on TV is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There might be some other stuff going on, like concerts, shit like that, whatever case may be. But everybody and their mama, when the Super Bowl come on, I don't care if you watch barely look at football or a whole lot, you watching that show.
You watch the
and you
halftime
watching
show. That's
everything
me.
that compasses into it. Even if you was in there, like I was turning up, gigging for. I'm gonna give myself more than like a minute or something, 30 seconds. That's big. Like
Yeah.
that's big for even especially if you're doing it in another state too. Because Seattle, I'm not sure when the Super Bowl's coming out, but that would be the biggest stage where I feel like, you know what, I need to get on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So big football stadium. That's like that's the highest amount of views, watchers, like people watching. It's
Okay.
gonna be there. Artist wise. Because see, I dance to West Coast stuff, so it would have to be like West Coast artists. So if they were doing like, and that's really actually really attainable, like to where like a lot of these artists that I know, they already kind of mess with each other. So when they do collab shows, like anything where they're doing like a big collab show West Coast, I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Pop out and show niggas.
manifest it. Okay, right here on the Legendary Dope Show.
Pop out and show niggas.
If you could give someone who is inspired by you any kind of advice into that camera and just kind of tell them, or
Yeah. So listen, y'all. I'm gonna tell you this: it's never too late. Y'all be looking, seeing stuff, seeing people say, "Oh, either you done fell off, or you know what? It's not your time yet." No, it's your time when you press go, when you press that button. So it's never too late. And as soon as you know that, you're gonna bring peace to yourself, and your timeline is gonna be mapped out perfectly for what you want to do. Which is why you could blow up. Listen, I've seen people blow up in a month of doing content. First month, 30 days ago, they ain't no shit. 30 days later, they got brand deals. They got put on shows. They got big collabs with people and stuff like that. So I've seen people 10 years, 11 years, 12 years later get to that point where people, it's crazy because, people will just get jealous, but people don't realize that you really had to grind those 10, 12 years to see any type of light. So you just got to keep going, and you got to also have something you believe in, right? Because I know everyone has different faiths. Some people, Muslim, Christian, in the case. You got to believe that once you've been praying, what's been sent back to you from you praying, whatever download you get in your head, right? That's where you're supposed to go in life. Just understand your head. It's never too late.
period.
Never too late.
Okay. When he came in here, he said he was going to talk his shit. I feel like it was a little safe. But that's okay. It's okay. If you had some haters right now,
Jesus.
look in the camera, what would you tell them? Come on, we got to make it a little smoky.
She's funny. She's funny. Hey, man.
He said, hey, man.
A lot of you haters, y'all know I done messed with some of y'all bitches.
Oh, shit. Here it goes.
So I'm gonna listen, y'all. It's over. I'm gonna say it's over. Like whatever relationship y'all got with them, y'all don't know the other half. I'm gonna just say that, and that just goes with anything. Like homegirl, your sister, or your home. Like why do you want anything to do with me? Like listen, go the other way. Niggas. I didn't know that was your your thing. I'm just saying, because they didn't tell me respectfully. Because but that's that. I'm telling you, a lot of my haters. It's like regional shit. It's like and then from other states, it's shit's gonna come, because Washington versus the world, shit like that.
Yeah.
Listen, you just watch from the other side, and that's all I can tell y'all. But people in the state, I know why y'all hating. Y'all ain't saying it because but see, I be hearing about the group chats. That's all I gotta say.
Oh goodness, the group
Yeah,
chats.
yeah. So.
Okay. If you could predict how Seattle Gigs is going to expand or translate to the world in the next 5 years, what do you think is going to happen?
I feel like it's on me. So where I want to take it, and okay, boom, just let y'all know really, especially the people I know that can really dance out here and stuff like that. I'm gonna basically create a platform out here to where, I really want to do monthly, but I really want to go search out for the dancers out here first, and just create like a a group of people to where every month or so we link up, we do dance battles, but we add Seattle into it. So obviously I'll get a venue.
That would be so fun.
And every month, right? We're gonna make it like a party too at the same time, because you can't forget where you came from.
Yeah.
Right? So where we came from, we was dancing, like I said, we was doing it in party settings.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna do that monthly, make sure people can get paid from it too, just and build it more like a union so people can put money into it, so then people can get taken care of, because I know people that can really dance that aren't monetizing.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like with that platform, also I'll be teaching people how to make money on social media too. So you're not gonna just be left just dancing and just battling for free. You're gonna listen. I'm a battle this person, learn how to monetize what I just did, and make money off of it. So ultimately, I feel like that's gonna be a big thing. And then I want to get this on 2K too. I want to get Seattle Gigs on 2K platform.
Oh, that would be cool.
And I think where that comes from is me just providing higher quality content on some real shit, So I think I'm just gonna be working like a dog. Right now, currently, I'm building a team that's just fully locked in, because it is a marathon. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Nipsey. Like, listen, it gotta be that. And when it's like that, and shout out Russell too. I did a song for him way back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like when I first came up, we did business like back in the day, like when he was still on the come up. So at that time, our really big year that a lot of people know is doing content, going viral, hitting 20,000 here, 100,000 here. That was like COVID time, 2019, 2020. So I think really kind of just expanding just the community and making sure people make money while dancing.
I love that. Man with a plan.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to make some money, especially me. I'm trying to hit a parlay for $100 million.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
$4.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's mostly what it is. I think in Seattle, people are stressed out just because they realize, inflation, shit's going up, and then like they work in a job, but they at this point, someone says like, man, that's not enough. I feel like I got to do more. But I feel like if you're strategic, you can make your money and not be having to work all day to make your money, if that makes sense, So I think with the dancing stuff, I want to show people the social media side of, listen, you can go have fun, turn up, dance, battle, but we can get some bread in your pocket too,
Facts.
So I think that's my big goal.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, before we get up out of here, because time flies when we are having fun,
Way too much fun.
where can the people find you?
All right, so they can find me at CMALO08 on Instagram, CMALO0814 on YouTube. On YouTube, I be doing like funny video reactions, just to like, whether it's like dances, just any funny stuff. I want y'all to see my other side of me when it comes to that. TikTok at CMALO08. Yeah, and listen, I do the sports betting too, just in case you tuned in. Like, okay, they're cool. I want to make some money. Right?
Look, they already said, teach me in the comments.
You know what I'm saying? It's www.winnable.com/Malo Sports. Listen, if you want to get to the next level, though, you also have to understand it's not only about effort and persistence, it is also about investment too. But the investment I give y'all, listen, $9.99, what y'all spend $99 a day on doing, you'll go to McDonald's, buy number 7, buy number 8. Do not get nothing out of it. Right? So $9.99 a week, that's slight, y'all. That's slight, y'all. $9.99 a week to get all my picks, like that's a steal. I feel like I'm getting robbed,
Good pitch.
Listen, y'all, not 9.99. Y'all robbing for that. Listen, it's 9.99.99. Listen, and you'll get everything, everything I post. And I post all the time throughout the day. If I see something I like, you'll get it sent to your phone, like sent to your text as a text message. And yeah, let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? Let's break these bitches off, you know what I'm saying? Cause and yeah, that's my closing statement.
Okay, period. Well, it has been a pleasure to have you on the show. I am hoping that I can do a street interview or some kind of content with you. I'm not the best of the dancer, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure out what works for us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming to the Legendary Dope Show. It has been an absolute pleasure to hear your story and your journey and where you're going to go with this. I know we will see you everywhere and you're just going to keep climbing to the top.
Oh, I forgot to say one more. Ooh, I got a clothing brand coming out mid-January.
Nice.
Oh shit, man. Oh shit, leaving shit. Okay, listen, I got
that scale.
coming out. Goya, it's trademark Goya. Get up off your ass. It's coming out soon.
Okay, I love that.
It's going crazy too, but yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on, and we are going to be watching it unfold. Your journey is truly inspiring. Everything that embodies being legendary and being dope. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank my executive producer, L Rock, who has been, we got to talk about that, has been on the greatest fucking run. How many days has it been?
Going on like 50.
It's 50 days. He has posted a song for 50 days. Every day, he's the first thing that I see when I click onto my Instagram, and it's a song, it's a visual, it's a vibe. This nigga's got an immaculate closet because he hasn't had to wear the same thing twice. I'm like, 50 days, I would have definitely had to run something back.
Nigga on point.
Listen, the niggas is not rapping like L Rock. He's got his foot on you guys' neck, and do better. Because LX3 is the gang, bitch. Anyways, so where can they find you one more time?
At CMALO 08 on all platforms except YouTube. At YouTube, it's at CMALO 0814.
This nigga gonna take my time. It's all good. Tell him again, CMALO. Tell him again, CMALO.
Okay, L Rock.
Is it my turn now?
Oh my God. Oh. Hey, y'all, it's so funny. What the comments say? Okay, cool.
You can find me at Long Live L Rock or at L Rock Was Here or at lx3empire.com.
And you know what? Now I don't even hate the L Rock Was Here anymore. Yeah, it's grown on me. As long as you still have the first one. Okay, and I am Elisha Michelle, the host here at the Legendary Dope Show. It is so amazing that you guys are, following us through our journey. It's 5 years, L. We started this in 2020.
God damn.
We're really in the paint with it.
In the motherfucking paint.
And I have some very special guests coming next week. It's just getting better and better. So I really just appreciate everyone for all the support. Shout out my sponsor, Zawadi Vodka. Make sure you check them out, zawadivodka.com. And you can just Google Legendary Dope Show. My face pops up like this. And then you can click on whatever you listen to podcasts on, and you can listen to us. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on all that stuff. So I just want to thank all you guys for the continuous support. And I want you guys to remember there are two things that never go out of style: being legendary and being dope. You guys have a good night. I do not know.
You ready? Yeah, I'm ready when you are. All right, man. So it's Small in the Mix, most lit in 206. Now watch this. We are at the Legendary Dope Show with Elisha Michelle. Make sure you follow her. She's going crazy. She's taking over on all streaming platforms. Make sure you fuck with my girl.
Period.
Come
I
on.
love that one.
Hey, you ain't love anything? No, but